First, the top stories. BJP workers demolish several vehicles belonging to INC at Kakching Kuno. And India reported 6,561 new COVID-19 cases and 142 deaths in the last 24 hours. Hello and welcome to ELITETV. You're watching the Primetime English News Bulletin. I'm Sanatombi with the latest news and updates. Before giving you the news, we request you to follow the SOP given by the government. Wear face mask when out in public, wash hands regularly, and maintain a minimum distance of 6 feet between one person and another. ELITETV requests you to get vaccinated in time to protect ourselves from this virus and play your part in the fight against COVID-19. Now news in detail. Some people alleged to be BJP workers demolished several vehicles belonging to Indian National Congress at Kakching Kuno on the late night of 2nd March 2022. According to reports from the site of the incident, it is alleged that some people purported to be BJP workers came inside a campsite located at a house of INC candidate Tingam Risike's worker in Suknu Ashi and destroyed everything at their site. The demolished items include 2 Maruti Gypsies, 1 Hyundai Central car, 1 Mahindra Bolero, 7 Activa, and 1 Yamaha R15 bike. Speaking on the incident, INC worker Tingam Premkumar asserted that the incident happened late night at around 10 p.m. yesterday in Tingam Ningthaulaikai following a quarrel over the conduct of a musical event by the BJP supporters near the campsite. Suknu Ashi MLA K. Ranjit also came in to inspect the site of the demolition, a report said.
Haiba Musing Aduna, Equigi, Mafamasida, Equigi, Speaker Palaga, Mkoi Shai Kongzi, Adu Toxi Haiba, Quinanaba, Quitabadagi, Maquina Carigumba, Haiba, Toxing Adu Torta, the Kanasa Navatolakani Hina, Signabadagi, Equina Lakliva, Equi Adugumba, Musing Aduda, Inoxing Actani, Angangsing Actani, Equi Ahalina, Equina Hibamatam, the request of Matam, the Yagan, Kanbadagi, Makogi Manaka Sansilaga, Nakoi Shumina Togunu, Nakoi. Satcro, Natragadi, so it's not kind of saying about 2 Gadinungaite and a quite Hungron Hibamatanda, Makoina to accept the Vida, and going to Onzalaga, Ibuamatina, Atimaka Saiba Horaki, BJP candidate Lai Hibagi Matagum, Damkata or Kanda, Kudimapu, Namtanaba, Sugnu Kendra, INC, Kachuno, the INC was supported by Brazil Singu, Namtanaba Honeribasi, Akoi Yamakana, Kademtawi, Mashi Yaninga of Fundox, Maramaduna, Maria Nava, Akogi. Ishagi official Shingo, Singna Asiguma Tong, Sibu, Yangshin Virakanda, even Nasiki Kai to Riva, Garishing at the Gomquina Toriba, Tong Sigi Matata, Lokat Payaba, action Lokat Pinogi Damata, 39 Sugno Eshigi, INCG, support Wina Lazariva Kaksin Kunogi, membership in my Kadagi, Missing.
On the other hand, INC candidate and also the sitting MLA of Suknu Ashi commented on the incident, saying that Gundaism has marred the face of democracy. He also added that in previous years, elections used to happen peacefully without any form of violence, and called on the perpetrators, saying that they cannot win the public's heart through such acts. Meanwhile, BJP Election Women Committee stated that Congress workers were responsible for the undesirable event as a result of gunshots being fired in Kakching Kuno, Ningthaulaikai yesterday. Mayang Lambam Bini, a member of the committee, faced the unfortunate event when a woman workers returned after checking the BJP polling booth in Kakching Kuno area. They were returning home when the roads were blocked by several vehicles parked near INC camp, which is situated in Tingam Risike's residence in Kakching Kuno, Ningthaulaikai. They were trying to pass through the crowded road when some persons started using foul language, and some of their members retaliated to the words, which resulted in an unexpected gunshots from the gate of the camp, where a crowd collected, leading to the unfortunate event. She further stated that possessing a gun license does not indicate using it at will. She also stated that they are in favor of a peaceful environment. Kakching Kuno Municipal Council Caretaker Chairperson Kumukcham Leima has appealed to the people to regard democracy and give the freedom to select a candidate of people's choice peacefully and without violence.
BJP oiriba kangchang phami imai bil siki mana ka pina ro chasaru ro ka halakpa matam sida koigi binot ki home polling oiriba jum siki mamang da inang na ba jaga da koigi rishikesh ki thongan sida koigi gari mayam ama khamjalaga gari se khara chin ba hai tare chin ma sida koi gari se khara chin na thauba matam sida moi asondagi koigi yamna hajada boy ota khara ngangai hai tare ngakpadagi di ekoi ju sawani na wai ota khara khumba matam sida khangau da nomai ro homai ra kapakpadagi di Kamai to no khang de khangau da ngarang ji da tho ning da ba thodo khara mayam gi oibe ihau ma ga loina na tho ning da thodo khara tho kare asing na hai da gi sumaina bot to ma tam da yam na santi leina pami koi license gan pai hai da nai koi gi thakap ning ba ka ba thoning da to ba se hau gi bana hau ga sumatung to bi ga no adu da na yam na nak na ba candidate ka home polling oi ba jaga se ga inang na ba jaga da thok ba thok se koi thon janing de
Congress has accused that disregarding the ECI guidelines, the BJP government colluding with the Union Home Minister have paid money to the illegal militant outfits Bain under the suspension of operation in 2 terms. In relation with the case, Manipur AICC Senior Election Observer Jairam Ramesh, in a press meet held in Manipur Congress Bhavan, has said that colluding with the Union Home Minister, the state government through the SPCID has illegally transferred money to the different proscribed militia groups, stating that 15 crore 70 lakh and 32,000 was transferred on the 1st of February at the Imphal Secretariat SBI branch, check number 517801, and again on 1st March at the same account number, check number 517802, a balance of 92 lakh 65,000 and 950, the last 6 digits of the said SBI account being 615802. He has accused that the first payment was for the Churachandpur and Kangpokpi region militants to carry out free regime of the voting of that region, and the second for the upcoming Chandel and Tangnopal district election. And so it is not at all possible that free and fair election will be carried out in these regions. He added that it is disheartening that the ECI guidelines are in no way followed and the democracy of the people is curtailed. He also added that the BJP government has not yet paid the government employees, midday meal cooks, pensioners for 18 months, yet they have supplied money to the militants under SU, so he warns the people to be aware of BJP's corrupted and unlawful governance, claiming that the democracy of the people have been snatched by them.
Commission will then give its approval or whatever the decision it makes. We have full faith in the CEO. We have full faith in the independence and the professionalism of the CEO. We continue to make representations. They have to conduct their inquiries. They have to get their observer reports. They have to get the green signal from the Election Commission of India. So they are doing their best. Our attack is not on the CEO, our attack is on the state government, on the chief minister, on the police, on the state government officials. We have full confidence in the Election Commission, we have full confidence in the CEO. And we hope that all the representations that we have made for repolling will be considered, they are being considered.
5 houses were demolished by unknown persons at midnight in different areas under Wangjing Tenta Assembly constituency and threatened the people by firing gunshots. The incident happened yesterday at 11:30 p.m. The demolished houses belong to Salam Tomba of Wangjing Canteen, Yumnam Mahindra Kumar of Yumnam Askelaigai, Moirangthem Inautombi of Wangjing Bazar, R.K. Manisana of Wangjing Haitupokpi, and R.K. Manichandra of Wangjing Askelaigai. People of the area raised slogans to arrest a culprit condemning the incident. In relation with the incident, Chief Advisor of Wangjing Tenta Youth Congress, P. Sanatombi, said it is really unfortunate to face election-related consequences in a press meet held at Tenta. He urged to stop the practice of violence by threatening the people with guns. Election must be fair enough to vote for the candidate people want, he added.
चमना हिंजाबा मियोय कयागी जुमदा नमैना कापसिन बनुंगना थाजिनबा केहन खंगनबगी थोगों कया सथरिबैसि अखोय खुदम मोइना ngarang ba khoi salam tomba sing wangjing kantil lekai da leiba amadi moirang them minau tombi wangjing bazaar da leiba amasung jumna mahendra kumar sing wangjing sk da leiba arke mangesna na chingba wangjing haitu popi da leiba adai khudra pom mani chandra singgi asuguma wangjing sk da leiba jum singji da kingan khangan ba nomai kapsin ba nungna thomjan ba tawbasi masi tobi gano masi yagan election na haibasi mioi ba amagi punchi da vote thada jaba samna thajaga da pai kaya adu asiguma dhamka amaga loina na ekhoi da vote pi da ba ya de ga na tawba masi yamna dictator oiba yamna tukat chaba yamna luja da ba thawong amani masi guma thabaga si yari ba makhaidi magi leiriba केंद्र की लेजरीबा कोई समसमना वांगिंग तेथा केंद्र सिदा हेमंत किसु श्री हेमंत थेमजंबिउ श्री पौनम बोर्जन किसु पौनम बोर्जन थेमजंबिरगा असिगुंबा थोगम कयासि मसि थोक्तना इलेक्शन जि फ्री एंड फेयर ओइना थेंगमिनसि हाइदना पिछना तोंबा सिंग चिफ एडवाइजर वांगिंग तेथा युथ कांग्रेस की माइकैदगी ngarang makso apin तौजै ngasi जो हन्ना apin तौजरी
Petrol bomb dropped by anonymous miscreants at Dentha, Khongbal. Unknown persons dropped a petroleum bomb at a house of Narim Jitendra Singh and Chaubi Devi in Dentha, Khongbal under Khongjam police station at 2:30 a.m. on 3rd March 2022. Fortunately, no one has been injured in the incident. Locals of the area said that the attack is suspected to be related to the state election and also expressed dismay at the recession of democracy in the constituency.
खंगना इसागी अपाम्बदा खल्लगा आई बोट थादा बगी आई बीजेपी की वोइना चेंजै इसासे अदुबो आईगी ngasi खंगौदना आईगी युमना बोम लंगसलंबसी आईना तन तौबा मयाम लैख्रे ममांगदा नुपी चामा चनी लाक्तना आईएनसी की कैंडिडेट की वर्कर ने हाइबा सामा चनी लाक्तना बुर्जेनगी करिगुमबी अमता तौबा यारोय बीजेपी दा भोट थादबा यारोय मदुदा तौराबदी लम हेलाबदी मदुदा अफफता थोकपा नंगोंदा थोकपा दायित्व दुना सागी वइ जगदबनी हाइबा असिगुम्बा कया किहन खंगनबा आइंगोंदा लई अदुगी मथक्ता हौकिबा बाय इलेक्शन दा आइगी युम थोंनाव लोइना थुगाइबिरम बीजेपी की वर्कर ओइबा खुदिंगमक मखोइन ट्रिटन तौइ असिगुम्बा भोट थादबा थोकपा यारोय एजेंट ओइबा यारोय सिगुम्बा ट्रिटन म्याम तौबा लई अदो ngasi aigi da thoibase hayang kanagi da thokadabano haiba khangba ngamde aduna mari leinaba sarkar na masi yengchinbiu.
The statement made by BJP candidate Karam Shyam is not true. There was a peaceful vote and election officers witnessed it, said Sagolsam Jamuna and Pukrambam Ongbi Amu Devi, Secretary Apunba Mairai Paibi, in a press meet held at Sorokaibam Laikai, Powai Bilampak. She further urged the people not to believe in false statements made by the people who are happy to talk false propaganda about INC candidate Ojoy. However, a person named Robin from Maibam Laikai came along with other persons and started misbehaving, which led to the mob, she added.
Arona Sakini, a Koyang that put in the election duty live among the labor of Sasi Puki Saki, Amtalite, agent Pukibalite, Tobodabu, Robin Gobama will Kadiang, Maggie Ellis, Robin Blicky Havanguna, Bikra, Pura, Toy, Sitana, with the Tobuka, and asked the Tobuka, and I'm just how Avenina, more Toki, Toki Balate. BJP gave me over say, or the part of the Gang, but the Yampava, Tabaki, Lebang issue, the zero setback. I do a Tabak, Miyangi Tabaki, Tongindaba, Aduga, Akoi Babu Ozogi, against the Ganga, my Penza, Baman and I in a Lose, Bakwam Lose, I will see what the part of the city. I'm one at Tazabiru and Hyzening.
Robin Libra, Becky, Hybra, Mana Laga, Sida, Maggie Buchunataba, Manasida Laga, Maduma, BJP Kainom, or Hayako Kanjati, Kari Wavano, Koikande, BJP Quigalute, Akoya Pamba Post, the Koilang Jabani, Aduga Manasida Laga, Magis the Asian Pami, Baduda Karigari Notaga, Man a Pox Harakado, a Pox Harakadu, Koinupi, Mayamka, Omzalaga, Nang Focus on Nangi, like the Hybermatanda, Makoinki, the Sienki Badi, Madugo, and other Atopam Onana, Candidate Masana, Mediada, lauriba kakagi mafamda lauriba poto masana sengtou sorok haibam lekai gi 20/5/4/9 prajana yade masi akoina sengto isya mana su sengto sama lali candidate masana siba badanam do masana sengtou mana.
If you want to stand in opposition to the people of Lilong, you are free to cast your vote to any candidate. But if you want to be a part in the formation of the government, then give your vote to BJP candidate for Lilong AC, Yumkhaibam Antaz Khan, said Chief Minister N. Singh at a flag hoisting event of Why Antaz Khan Come public meeting at Lilong Haurebi Mayai Lekai today. Biren further urged the people of the AC to take part in the race for development by casting their valuable votes to the BJP candidate, and also asserted that BJP has possibly won 30 seats out of the total 38 seats in phase 1 of the state election.
Focus area matik sa da na maram wala da si double cropping way bagi double cropping to bagi tanja khanga people cropping to tarame ha da si di awab way de pamana si election sudai ne kengai se ai ge rival ai ge kengai ba XML se gi magi agenda se development do way rakta ba rajniti so kham lai se magi Bharat Samvidhan ne yaad ne koi main purna dholi pdc da mitu mi foreigner adu da aina adu ba yam baseless hoy ba issue on do me campaign.
The Election Commission of India has, under subsection clause 2 of section 58 of the Representation of People Act 1951, declared that a poll taken on 28 February 2022, Monday, at 12 polling stations to be void, and appointed 5th March as a date for taking repoll or phrase poll at the said polling stations, with hours of poll from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. in accordance with the Commission's instructions contained in Chapter 13 of the Handbook for Returning Officers 2019, said a statement released by the Chief Electoral Officer, Manipur. Time for a short commercial break. Do stay tuned for more updates.
WMC is excited to announce that the third plenary session 2022 Delhi will be held on the 17th of April 2022 at Western Court, Janpat, New Delhi. This year's theme is Reawakening Our Spirit of Oneness. Elite TV is our media and channel partner. The entire event on 17th April will be telecast live on Elite TV. This event is organized by World Meitei Council. For more details, contact us on worldmeiteiCouncil@gmail.com or 981-855-9349 or 991-083-6635.
Seasonaview Yai Lifestyle Private Limited की food supplement registered under the MCA Ministry of Corporate Affairs हाइरिबा मखल असिगी product मंगादगी कानबा फंगबिगनी मदुदी अहानबदा Perfect Plus urinary tract infection disease kayadagi ngakthokpa ngami control glucose levels in blood, improve immunity, antioxidant, liver disease amadi liver sokhanbadagi ngakthoi, remove toxins haksangdagi fataba sengdokpa lok laihau toina tawganbadasu fali. Ani subada Perfect Glow uring amadi mahing fahanba, acne scar fahanba, mai nanthokhanba, skin nganthokhanba, kuchuk men thokhali mai khihandi. Hum subada Perfect Ionic Mineral diabetes, BP wangba, asthma, khwang naba, saru sonba, haksangdagi fataba sengdokpa, tumbayadaba, piles, arthritis, ising mari nuwaitaba, anti-aging, khongya saba, puramak fahali. Mari subada Perfect Active Brain na tumbayadaba fahali, kok ngawba, wakal pothahanba, tumbayadaba, memory booster, tension hanthanba. Kusung mga subada Perfect Women Care na urinary tract infection, premenstrual syndrome, angang khawdanaba, thagi khongkak chang naidaba, fingaw ka hena chatpa, vaginal infection kaya da fahanba ngami. Home delivery gi khudong sabasu fangbigani Hena kupamarolgidama khoi contact number 8413968314 da contact tobiu.
Welcome back. Now moving on in the bulletin. India has reported 6,561 new COVID-19 cases and 142 deaths in the last 24 hours, according to the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. This comes a day after the country saw 7,554 cases and 223 deaths. India's active caseload stands at 77,152, while the death toll in the country reads 5,14,388. Over 4.2 crore people have recovered so far. On the other hand, the Delhi government has informed the Supreme Court that more than 31 million COVID vaccine doses have been administered in the capital to the 15 years and above population, which is the maximum coverage among larger cities such as Mumbai, Kolkata and Chennai. Responding to a petition seeking COVID vaccination for the homeless and beggars across the country, the affidavit filed by the Delhi government said that more than 45,000 doses have been administered to persons who did not possess any identity papers, and they included the homeless and the beggars. The public interest petition was filed last year by Advocate Kush Kalra, demanding vaccination and rehabilitation for the homeless, beggars and vagabonds who are unable to receive medical facilities or vaccination and cannot observe social distancing or isolation on getting infected. As a part of drive against trafficking of illicit drugs and other contraband items during the State Assembly election 2022, random and surprise frisking and checking was conducted by teams of NAB Manipur under the supervision of SP NAB at different areas. And then around 4:30 p.m., one vehicle, Maruti Gypsy bearing registration number ML05E4123, was stopped at Malom Bazaar area for random checking. The driver was identified as Thonaujam Devin Singh, 57 years, son of late T.H. Lukhoi Singh, resident of Kurai Ahomgai, Laikai, Imphal East. The vehicle was registered in the name of T.H. Devin Singh, son of T.H. L. Lukhoi Singh of Nongmaibung, Pungmakong, Imphal East. The NAV team, while checking the vehicle, found the side of the vehicle tampered with and an inner compartment was found inside at the side of the vehicle. On checking the inner compartment, 13 packets, 9 cases approximately of suspected opium kani was found in the inner compartment of the side of the vehicle. The driver disclosed that he procured the opium from one person from Mombi village, Chandil district, and it was to be delivered at Mayang, Imphal. The driver was then arrested at 5:30 p.m. and the suspected illegal opium along with the vehicle were seized at the spot. The driver also disclosed that he has been indulging in illicit trafficking of drugs for many years, and he was once arrested in a drug case and also sent to jail earlier. A case has been registered at NAV police station for further investigation. Prime Minister Narendra Modi is set to attain a Quad leaders virtual meeting on Thursday. US President Joe Biden, Australian Prime Minister Scott Morrison and Japan Prime Minister Fumio Kishida will also attend the meeting even as the Russian invasion of the Ukraine entered its 8th day. The Ministry of External Affairs said in a press release that the leaders will exchange views and assessments about important developments in the Indo-Pacific. The leaders will have an opportunity to continue the dialogue after the September 2021 summit in Washington, D.C. They will exchange views and assessments about important developments in the Indo-Pacific, the press release said. The Quad leaders will also review ongoing efforts to implement the leaders' initiatives announced as part of the Quad's contemporary and positive agenda. The Indian government today denied reports of Indian students being held as hostages in Ukraine, stating that it was in constant touch with the Indian nationals in the war-torn country. Ministry of External Affairs spokesperson Arindam Bagchi said that they have not received reports of any hostages situation regarding any student. They have requested support of the Ukrainian authorities in arranging special trains for taking out students from Kharkiv and neighboring areas to the western part of the country. The clarification came after the Russian government claimed that Ukrainian forces are keeping a large group of Indian students as hostages in the eastern Ukrainian city of Kharkiv, which is virtually under Russian control. The startling claim by the Russian came not long after Prime Minister Narendra Modi spoke to Russian President Vladimir Putin and discussed the situation in Kharkiv, where over 1,000 Indian students were said to be stranded. Around 4,800 Indian students will be evacuated from Bucharest and Sofia in Romania through 24 flights between Wednesday and Friday amid Russia-Ukraine war, Aviation Minister Jyotiraditya Scindia said. The minister, who is in Bucharest to facilitate the evacuation of Indian students, said he will be going to Siret, the border checkpoint with Ukraine, on Thursday and remain there for around 48 hours. India has been evacuating its citizens through special flights from Ukraine's western neighbors such as Romania, Hungary and Poland, as the Ukrainian airspace has been shut since February 24 due to the Russian military offensive. For ELITETV News Channel, contact the email address info@elitv.in or the phone number 940-289-0982 and subscribe to ELITETV YouTube channel or follow on Facebook page, Instagram and Twitter for more information about the channel. And now the headlines once again. BJP workers demolished several vehicles belonging to INC at Kakching Kuno. And India reported 6,561 new COVID-19 cases and 142 deaths in the last 24 hours. Well, that's all we have on this edition of ELITETV English News. Thanks for watching ELITETV and have a great time.